Hey YouTube, it's Casual Bruce here with my Week 3 NFL Best Bets. First video in a while. I'm just going to ease back into it with my 5 best picks of the week, obviously excluding the Thursday night game. So we'll get right into it. The pairing for this video is going to be a new one that I haven't seen before until today. Parallel 49 Paparazzi India Pale Lager. So should be good. Parallel 49 is always coming up with some funky craft beers. Great place. Been a few times. All right. Cheers. A lot of foam. Not a good pour. Very nice. A little hoppy, but that's the way I like it. Still tastes smooth like a good lager. Anyway, onto the picks. First one I got on the board is LA Rams plus 6.5 at home against the San Francisco 49ers. I think the 49ers have kind of missed their window a little bit. I think last year, year before were their years to make a big run. Injuries already for both teams. Cooper Kupp out, and Cooper Kupp and Nakua, I think, both out for the Rams. On the Niners side, you got Deebo Samuel and George Kittle out. I think that's a bigger issue than the Rams' injuries. Kittle does so much for their team, blocking and in the passing game, and just as a leader on the field. Same with Deebo, running the ball, catching downfield, blocking as well, like all the receivers do. And I think, it's going to come down to Matt Stafford versus Brock Purdy and the coaching, really, who can make a better game plan with what they have left, really. Obviously, McCaffrey out as well for the Niners. Big one as well. I think the Rams will figure out a game plan. I think McVay, give him a slight edge over Shanahan in that department. Both great coaches, but I give McVay a slight edge. Super Bowl winning coach and all that. I think he will keep this game close. I do kind of like the Rams to win outright, but at the very least, I think 6.5 is too much in a game of these two rivals. With all the injuries that both sides have, I think this game's close either way. Probably low scoring too. I was kind of wanting to bet the under in this game, but I really don't like betting the over-unders unless, absolutely have to. I'm just taking Rams plus 6.5 at home. Next one, I got Dallas -1 at home against the Baltimore Ravens. I see a lot of people on the Ravens here, being that they're 0-2, desperate. Only one team has ever made the playoffs. I think it's since 2008 was the last time I heard that a team made the playoffs after starting 0-3. So it's pretty rare. Obviously, desperation for Ravens, but I think Dallas too, after getting humiliated by the Saints, I think there's a bit of desperation on their end as well. They're going to be angry. I think their defense is better than showed against New Orleans. I like Dallas to come out at home where they generally play well and make a statement, make an angry comeback statement after getting blown out last week against the Saints. So I like Dallas -1 here. I think the Ravens, as a Seahawks fan, I take a little bit of pleasure in this. I think they really miss Mike McDonald. Their defense hasn't looked that great these first two games, and his leadership in that I think is missed. I think the Ravens are going to have a bad year, honestly, overall. Bad, still maybe going 9-8 or something like that, but I think the Ravens are going to have a bad year, and I think John Harbaugh's seat's going to be a little warm by the time this season finishes up. So give me Dallas -1 at home. I like them pretty comfortably in this game. Third pick, I got the LA Chargers +3 at Pittsburgh. I've seen this line at +2.5 at some other ways, but either way, I like LA to win outright in this game. I don't think Fields is that good, and Harbaugh's got the Chargers playing good defense early, albeit they haven't had a big test so far. But yeah, I like the way Harbaugh's got them playing. I think it's going to be an ugly game, scrappy, probably something like 16-10. But give me the Chargers here against Pittsburgh. I just think the quarterback, Herbert versus Fields is too mismatched. Both teams play well defensively. It's going to be an ugly, low-scoring game, a lot of running the ball. So give me the points in this one. But I like LA to win outright anyway. Fourth pick, I got Kansas City -3 at Atlanta, the Monday Nighter. I think a lot of people are going to be on the Falcons here. I think there's a lot of hype, obviously, after another win over the Eagles. Dramatic game that was. Sorry, it's not the Monday nighter, the Sunday nighter. It's the Sunday night game. Yeah, I just think the Chiefs haven't looked great, even though they're 2-0, but I think they are so well coached, so well led by Mahomes, Kelsey, etc., that they're gonna, despite the record 2-0, I think they'll look at the tape and be like, we have not played great. I think this is a classic Mahomes spot to just come out and shut up whatever critics there might be already of their, less than totally convincing 2-0 start. I like this to be a Chiefs win pretty handily, actually. I'll say something like 27-16 maybe for the Chiefs in this one. Atlanta's still a good team. I still think they're kind of getting used to maybe more expectations than they've had in previous years. So give me the Chiefs -3. Last pick of the day, a little bit of a homer pick as a Seahawks fan, but I like the Seahawks team total over 23.5 at home against the Dolphins. I generally don't like to pick like team totals because I don't know. I like to stick to the traditional spreads or maybe the team total over-unders. I do like the over in the game as well. I believe it's 43.5, but I don't want to have to root for the other team to score points in this game. So give me the Seahawks team total over 23.5. I think their offense is better. This year they played two tough defenses right out of the gate with Denver and New England. I think Miami having to start Skylar Thompson for the first time. I think he's going to try maybe do a little bit too much, make a couple mistakes to give the Seahawks good field position. And I think their offense is, really good. I think it's a top 10-ish offense in the league. Their defense playing well as well. I think they'll force a couple turnovers, have an easy time, short field. I like Seahawks team total over 23.5 a lot in this one. And yeah, so those are my 5 best bets. I'm going to get back into it next week with a full preview, picks for all the games, spreads, and the over-under totals. So yeah, this is my first video in a while, so easing back into it a little bit with my 5 best bets. Once again, that's Rams +6.5, Dallas -1, Chargers +3, Chiefs -3, and lastly, Seattle team total over 23.5. All right, those are my best bets, and we'll see you guys on Wednesday night with my full week preview.